This is the Response Revolve, one of the challenges on the spectacular Super Round.
4 more contestants will pass through here on their way to Krypton Mountain. First one to the top goes through to the group final, possibly to the grand final. This is the second heat of television's toughest quiz.
Round 1, the assault course. And a reminder that contestants are competing to beat scientifically assessed target times. As usual, the targets have been based on the age and gender of each contestant. It's not who finishes first, but who scores best against his or her target time over 16 punishing obstacles.
There's no tougher way to start any programme. The assault course demands strength, agility and stamina over a course lasting more than 400 metres. It's a fast start, but the early pacemaker is our contestant in green from Poole in Dorset, Brent Ellis.
I'm hoping to do well on the flight simulator because it requires a lot of coordination, and I think I could probably manage that.
Close behind in second place at this stage, sales representative Alan Haddock, although he's being pushed by Mandy Wertheim.
I've watched the programme for years, more or less since it started. I've always looked at it and thought, I could probably do that.
As the youngest male contestant, Brent knows he has to have a good lead if he's to win this round. Alan's target time is 8 seconds below his. And it's all very close now, with Brent still setting the pace in front of Alan, with Mandy in third place.
But trailing the leading pack at the moment, chemical analyst Suzanne Ewens.
My family are really proud of me. My dad's been going out and telling everyone, and some of my friends have found out from him rather than me because I haven't got around to telling them yet.
Over the wall and under the cargo net for Alan and for Mandy. Those obstacles really taking their toll now. Alan's looking for his second win, and he is in danger of being caught by Mandy Wertheim, well ahead of her target time. And with those targets based on age and gender, Mandy's not only catching Alan, but looking good to win the round. Brent's still setting the pace, but if he's going to win it, he'll have to put more distance between himself and the others.
There's a real battle going on between Alan and charity fundraiser Mandy Wertheim.
I think the Krypton Factor is a good all-round test of people's abilities, and I've always considered myself a bit of an all-rounder.
And the exhaustion really showing in Brent's face as he drags himself through the water. He must keep pushing himself on. He can't afford to drop any time because Mandy and Alan, neck and neck on top of the 30-foot A-frame, are closing in on him all the time. Onto the Burma rope bridge, only the aerial slide to come for Brent. And Suzanne showing a late burst of energy. But the competition for first place is really between Mandy and Brent at this stage. And as he comes down the slide, Brent's going to come in well under his target time, certain of at least second place. He set the pace throughout, and the agony really showing now, but there's a real chance for Mandy. She's overtaken Alan at last, and if she gets down the 200-foot aerial slide quickly enough, she could win the round. It's going to be a great time for Mandy Wertheim. The question is it fast enough? We'll soon find out.
And after the rigours of the assault course out on the Lancashire moors, let's now welcome to the studio our contestants.
It was a close run thing, but the winner of the assault course, Mandy Wertheim.
And the full result, Suzanne 2 points, Alan 4 points, Brent 6, but with a performance nearly 30 seconds ahead of her target. The winner with 10 points, Mandy Wertheim.
Round 2 is our test of mental agility. The contestants' speed of thought and reflex action will be tested through separate groups of visual information. These groups could feature shapes or letters, numbers, months or clock times. I'll be asking questions which relate to the particular group they're looking at. So if they were given this group of months, May, January, December and October, I might ask 1 month between, and the answer would be December and October, as there is 1 month between them. The contestants compete to answer by touching the screen. So if you're ready now, contestants, we will start with numbers. Neither odd nor divisible by 4. 1 less than half of 18. 5 letters. 3 squared plus 4. The sum is 1 more than 10. The difference is 5. No number between. 2 numbers greater than 8. On to months. Middle letter U. Neither starts with D or ends in Y. 3 left of the 4th image. 3 months between. 7 letters. No R. 4 months after June. 1 month between. Clock times. 75 minutes after 0340. 9 hours before 0600. Midway between 1600 and 2040. 50 minutes before 1540. 5 hours after 2355. 4.5 hours before 0130. 2 hours 40 between. 5.5 hours before 1025. Letters of the alphabet, not before N or after T. That's it, it's the end of the round, and looking at the computer for the result, well, Suzanne and Mandy have tied with 7 correct answers, so first place is now decided by who was quickest with their answers, and it was Suzanne Ewan.
So the total points breakdown for the round: 2 for Brent, 4 for Alan, with Mandy scoring 6 and Suzanne winning the 10 points on that time differential. But at the end of round 2, still in the lead with a Krypton Factor of 16 is charity fundraiser Mandy Wertheim.
Round 3 response, and this is where our 4 contestants aim to avoid getting their wings clipped as they slip into British Aerospace's state-of-the-art simulator. The contestants will be aiming to fly Red Arrow-style aerobatics, following every spin and loop of the lead plane. Deviations lose points, and there's the added danger of losing control or even crashing. The best possible score is 100. Even British Aerospace's test pilot only managed 97.6.
Alan Haddock goes first, and this is the round he's been most looking forward to. Heading up to the top of the loop, G-force starting to ease off. He's holding position, and the tracking score in the box on the right shows just how well he's doing so far. Over 70 is good, 80 plus excellent, and above 90 is outstanding. Now about 350 feet above the ground, preparing to climb for another loop. There goes the lead aircraft, and this is one of those critical moments when it's so easy to lose contact, but the tracking score still in the high 80s, and that's excellent. Rolling out of the loop and levelling out, and showing great touch on the control column. It needs just the gentlest of inputs all the time, and still the tracking score around the 88-89 mark. Can he keep it there as he heads now for the finishing line over Blackpool Tower? It'll be coming up down on the left. There it is, and he finishes, and that's brilliantly done, 88.3, and he'll be proud of that. Next to Brent Ellis, he's the marketing manager at Poole Arts Centre in Dorset, but now of course swapping the South Coast for the Lancashire equivalent. Concentrating all the time, his eyes glued to the tail of the lead aircraft, and an excellent tracking score so far in the 90s. That lead plane exactly where he wants it as they roar over Blackpool Promenade, and just past the tower they'll head up again into another loop. Still in excellent shape and certainly matching the previous performance by Alan Haddock. Rolling out and banking hard to the left. Brent still maintaining perfect position. This is really impressive flying. He hasn't put a foot wrong as he nears the end of the flight. Tracking score back into the 90s, and remember that Alan finished with 88.3. The tower ahead, that's the finishing line, and it's a brilliant score of 91.9 for Brent Ellis. Next, it's Mandy Wertheim, the overall leader going into the round, and she matched those superb performances from Alan and especially Brent. This is her first big test into the loop, hitting 5 Gs about now, over the top and still holding good position. Tracking score excellent. Plunging down now towards the south shore, still right on the tail of the leader. Just letting the nose drop for a second, but nicely corrected. Now, here we go again. Important she holds her nerve and keeps position. But she's in trouble, she's losing contact, the tracking score tumbling, and in the box above it you can see how her aircraft is drifting away from the leader. When it touches the outer ring, she'll have just 10 seconds to recover or it's all over. And it's almost there. She's now got the 10 seconds. And she's plunging down, down, and into the sea she goes. A disastrous finish for Mandy. Bristol's Suzanne Ewens is last to go. In second place overall, so a good performance here could put her into the lead after Mandy's failure a few moments ago. And so far, holding good position into the loop. Very good tracking score, fractionally under 90. Just dropping a bit now, but she still has the lead aircraft in her sights, going well. And the nose looking a bit erratic, but her corrections are good. Now, past the tower and up into the second loop. Can she keep her nerve? Speed dropping to about 150 knots at the top of the loop. Now, this is the point where Mandy began to lose contact. Let's see how Suzanne copes. And it's pretty good. A steep bank to the left coming up. That's the last real test. And she's in trouble. The box above the tracking score clearly shows that she's losing contact. She's now just 10 seconds to find the leader or the flight's aborted. It all went wrong so quickly, and she's not going to make it, I don't think. No, that's it. Well, hard luck, Suzanne.
Now the points for the round. Mandy gets 2, Suzanne gets 4, Alan 6, and the winner with 10 points, Brent Ellis. And that means in the overall position it's a tie between London's Mandy Wertheim and Paul's Brent Ellis with Krypton Factors of 18.
Next is the observation round and another unique computer animation.
They might be great to watch, but these animations contain so much detail that they're very difficult to answer 5 questions on. Let's see how good our contestants' observational powers are with tonight's animation, Jack in the Box. 5 questions on that animation, starting now. Which colour was the box that the 2 faces or masks sprang from? How many tears were on the face of the blue mask? What emerged from the 4th box? If the boxes swapped places with the boxes directly opposite, in which position would the box featuring the 2 faces be? Which of these clowns appeared in the animation? Mandy got 3 correct answers, the others all got 1. Their places will be decided by the clock, but the clear winner is Mandy. So on that time differential, Brent scores 2, Suzanne 4, Alan 6, but that's another 10 points for Mandy Wertheim. The overall scoreboard now shows a clear leader with a Krypton Factor of 28, London's Mandy Wertheim.
Into round 5, 75 seconds of general knowledge questions coming up. And with 2 points for a correct answer and 2 points deducted for a wrong answer, Points totals can change dramatically here. And as those points are used to buy advantages in the Super Round, it's vital for contestants to score well. So if you're ready, contestants, the clock starts now. Who ruled Britain during the Plague and the Great Fire of London in the 1660s? Answers Charles II. Too late, there must be instant. What is the second highest army rank equivalent to an admiral or air chief marshal? It's general. Which general, son of Hamilcar, attacked Rome in 218 BC with a force... Alan?
Hannibal.
Correct. Hannibal, Missouri, was the home of which author born Samuel Mandy?
Mark Twain.
Correct. In the comedy Never the Twain, what sort of shops did Windsor, Davis and Donald Sinden keep? Brent?
Antique shops.
Correct. In antique furniture, drum, pembroke, side and card are different types of what? Alan?
Table.
Correct. What sort of mathematical tables did John Napier, a Scot, invent in 1614? Alan?
Logarithms.
Correct. Loggerhead, hawksbill and snapping are varieties of which amphibious? Alan?
Turtle.
Correct. Which soap opera's characters included Amy Turtle, Meg Richardson? Alan?
Crossroads.
Correct. Which motorway crosses the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge over the Thames at Dartford? Mandy?
The M25.
Correct. That's it, it's the end of the round, and it means that the leader going into the Super Round, and on the very last question too, with a Krypton Factor of 32, is Mandy Wertheim. So a definite advantage for Mandy, but now all the contestants must decide how they're going to use their points to buy advantages in the Super Round, coming next.
And this is the final part of the Super Round, the Krypton Mountain. And frankly, if I was buying advantages, I'd buy lots of ladder pieces. The spectacular Super Round is next.